Top 10 countries with highest rape crime in the world. 10. Denmark and Finland. In Europe, 1 out of 3 women suffered some form of physical or sexual assault and 5% were raped. About 47% of women surveyed in Finland were said to have suffered physical and/or sexual assault, according to a 2014 report conducted by the European Union Department for Fundamental Rights, and 52% of women in Denmark were said to have suffered physical and/or sexual abuse. One of the last countries in the EU to criminalize marital rape was Finland, which made it illegal in 1994. More than 1 in 10 of the women interviewed said that before they were 15 years old, they had witnessed some form of sexual harassment by an adult. Since the age of 15, 1 out of 10 has undergone some sort of sexual assault, and 1 out of 20 has been raped. And more than 1 out of 5 had either a new or former partner witnessed physical and/or sexual assault. Just 13% of women have reported to the police their most significant incident. 9. Zimbabwe. With the nation with the highest rape offenses in the world, Zimbabwe is in 9th place. In Zimbabwe, at least 1 woman is raped every 90 minutes. 500 women were sexually assaulted on a monthly basis, according to the new Zimbabwe National Estimates (ZimStat) statistics, with about 16 women raped on a regular basis. During the first 3 months of the year, a total of 1524 cases were reported, up from 1285 reported in the same timeframe last year. Of the cases registered, 780 were children aged 11 to 16 years, while 276 were children between the ages of 5 and 10. There are concerns, though, that the number may be larger when certain incidents go unreported. Child rape has risen in Zimbabwe by 42%, according to UNICEF. It said that the number of cases of police-reported abuse of minors rose from 2,192 in 2010 to 3,112 in 2014. In an atmosphere of silence and ignorance, several more incidents have undoubtedly gone unreported. 8. Australia. The reported rape incidence per 100,000 individuals is comparatively high in Australia. An approximate 51,200 Australians aged 18 years and older have been sexually abused during the last year. Nearly a third, 30%, of victims of sexual harassment have reported to the police the most recent occurrence they have witnessed. According to news.com, 1 in 6 Australian women were subjected to non-partner rape torture, equivalent to 1 in 14 women worldwide. Australian women above the age of 15 are victims of rape, it added. In the worldwide analysis, Australia with New Zealand in the research came last, with 16.4% of women reported being abused by someone other than a husband. Karen Willis, the executive director of the NSW Rape Response Center, says more than 70% of these sexual attacks are carried out by family members, friends, peers at work or college. A further 29% of rapes are committed or occur on a date by someone that the woman encounters socially. Just 1% of rapes, she added, are committed by strangers. 7. Canada. Sexual assault saw a rapid rise in recorded rates in Canada, across all violent offenses reported to the police. There are 460,000 sexual attacks in the world last year, according to Huffington Post. 33 out of every 1,000 incidents of sexual harassment are reported to the police, and 29 are reported as a felony. 1 out of 4 women in North America has to endure the torture of rape in their lifetime. This torture results in 11% of women suffering physical injuries. Just 6% of accidents are reported to the police, according to the figures. More than 80% of victims are women. The highest accidents take place at home, and 80% of perpetrators are the victim's friends and relatives. The most alarming fact is that during their lifetime, 83% of disabled women would be sexually abused. 6. New Zealand. In 2013, in New Zealand, the Roast Busters scandal revealed the facts of rape. A group of young men named Roast Busters, from West Auckland, who allegedly tried to poison underage girls for gang rape. The sexual harassment incidence in New Zealand is much higher than the world average, according to a survey by the British medical journal The Lancet. It put the nation with 16.4% of its female population, alongside Australia, at the third highest average. An assault involving sexual abuse happens in New Zealand every 2 hours, according to the Minister of Justice publication research. Statistics now show that by the age of 16, 1 out of 3 girls and 1 out of 6 boys are expected to be sexually assaulted. In 1 year, sexual attacks rose 15%, and the figure doubled in colleges. In New Zealand, just 9% of sexual assaults are registered by the police. Just 13% of all the recorded cases result in a conviction. Either 91% of the rapes go unreported, or the victims are intimidated to drop charges by the police. 5. India. In India, rape and sexual harassment are a major issue. Offences against women have risen by 7.5% since 2010, according to the National Crime Record Bureau (NCRB). In India, a country of over 1.2 billion inhabitants, the number of registered rapes rose to 33,707 in 2013 from 24,923 in 2012. Many victims of rape vary from 18 years to 30 years of age. Approximately 1 out of 3 victims are below 18, and 1 out of 10 victims of rape is under 14. A woman in India is raped every 20 minutes. New Delhi has the highest number of recorded sex crimes among Indian towns, as per 2013 figures. A total of 4 cases of rape were registered in the city last year. Mumbai, 391, Jaipur, 192, Pune, 171, and New Delhi, 1,636. With an annual record of 11 rapes per day, Madhya Pradesh is the highest among all other states. Madhya Pradesh, 4,335 cases, was followed by Rajasthan, 3,285, Maharashtra, 3,063 cases, and Uttar Pradesh, 3,050 cases of rape. Furthermore, 93 women are raped every day in the world. 31,807, 94%, were acquainted with the defendant, which includes friends 10,782, other identified individuals 18,171, family 2,315, and parents 10,782, other known individuals 18,171, 539. In India and the rest of the country, most rapes go unreported. A mere 54% of rape cases are unreported, according to Madhya Kark, while Mahir Shrivastava says 90% of rapes in India go unreported. 4. England and Wales. Rape is not a gender-neutral offence in the United Kingdom. It is an offence against a woman that can only be committed by a person. The UK has still not, to date, adopted the pattern of classifying acts other than penetration with a penis, e.g. penetration of an object, finger, as rape in many countries. According to a report issued in 2013 by the Ministry of Justice (MOJ), the Office for National Statistics (ONS), and the Home Office, entitled An Overview of Sexual Offending in England and Wales, about 85,000 victims of rape per year in England and Wales minus 73,000 women and 12,000 men, equal to about 230 cases per day. The study reported that since the age of 16, 1 in every 5 women has experienced some form of sexual harassment. According to BBC News, as total crime decreases in England and Wales, the rate of rapes reported to and registered by police is at the highest level ever, rising by 29%. A third of girls and 16% of boys have witnessed sexual harassment, and that as many as 250,000 adolescent girls at any time suffer from abuse, according to a survey by the NSPCC on young people aged between 13 to 18 years. 12% of boys and 3% of girls reported sexual harassment being committed against their partners. 3. USA. According to the worldwide sexual harassment figures at George Mason University, 1 in 3 American women will be sexually assaulted during their lifetime. At least once in their life, about 19.3% of women and 2% of men have been raped. In comparison, over their lifetimes, an unprecedented 43.9% of women and 23.4% of men witnessed other forms of sexual harassment. Many victims of sexual assault were abused at a young age, with about 79% raped before 25 years of age and 40% raped before 18 years of age. According to RAIN, someone in the United States is sexually harassed every 107 seconds. Per year, there was an average of 293,000 sexual harassment victims, aged 12 or older. The police are not aware of 68% of sexual assaults. 98% of rapists will never be in prison for a day. Rape and college-age sexual assault. An average female and male college age, 65,668 plus and 2,866 plus, witnessed an annual sexual attack of rape. At the age of 14, over a quarter of college-age women have reported witnessing a rape or rape attempt. Just 16% of the total cases are registered, out of all. In all age classes, females aged 18 to 24 had a higher prevalence of rape and sexual harassment than males. The rape crime rate for non-students is 1.2 times greater than for students. Female learners were more likely to witness victimization of rape or sexual harassment away from home, while non-students were more likely to be at home. The prevalence of rape and sexual harassment victimization among non-students was almost 2 times higher for females living in rural areas. Rape violations in the USA prisons. More men are raped in the U.S. than women in jails, according to the Department of Justice. In the U.S., 216,000 inmates are raped each year. 4% of inmates, 3.2% of those in prison, and 9.5% of those in juvenile custody claimed they have been the victim of sexual assault, according to the new National Inmate Report. Nearly 7% of women said a fellow prisoner had physically harassed them, while more men said they had been raped by workers. 2. Sweden. After South Africa, Sweden currently has the world's second largest number of rapes, at 53.2 per 100,000. Statistics now say that 1 in 4 Swedish women turn out to be victims of rape. However, if you look at the number of murders, the spike is much greater. There were only 421 rapes registered to the police in 1975, and there were 6,620 in 2014. That is a 1,472% raise. Sweden is, it would seem, a much more dangerous place in the world for women. Furthermore, Sweden has the highest rape rate in Europe. There were 63 cases of rape per 100,000 people registered to the Swedish police in 2013, according to the Swedish National Council for Crime Prevention, BRA. According to rape crisis activists in Sweden, by the time they leave their teens, 1 out of 3 Swedish women have been sexually harassed. Over 1,000 Swedish women reported being assaulted by Muslim immigrants in Stockholm during the first half of 2013, more than 300 of whom were under the age of 15. 1. South Africa. The nation has one of the largest numbers of sex offenses in the world, with an estimated 500,000 rape cases per year. More than 40% of South African women are estimated to have raped in their lifetime. It has been determined by the Medical Research Council that only 1 in 9 rapes are registered. The total number of rapes is also significantly larger than the figures reported by the police. South Africa heads the list for the biggest recorded rape crime occurrence. The bulk of sexual harassment is against women, but this abuse is still committed by men and children. Over 4% of men have been compelled to have sex with other men, according to a survey. Children are the victims of 41% of all reported rape cases, according to the South African police. Kids under the age of 11 are around 15% of the victims of rape. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for more videos.